because twin flame energies are like very intriguing, like especially you are in a relationship yourself. So this live stream will be about healing the communication blocks in the twin flame journey. So what at this point is causing a communication glitch between the twin flames at this point of time? So your eating habits and food habits are somewhere deep down coming into a state of intervention. So how do you see your eating habits? How do you perceive your eating habits? How do you inculcate your eating habits? Do you feel guilty of doing something in your life? Do you feel guilty of being something in your life? Do you feel guilty of playing a particular role in your life that you were playing, that you were not playing from your true sense of self? Wherever you are not playing that role for true sense of self, from your true sense of being, that is somewhat causing a communication glitch with your twin flame and your soul family. So wherever your give and take exchange is from a place of lack and not from a place of complete trust, that is kind of causing an anxiousness. However, if veganism or food habits are an issue in your journey and food habits have played some kind of role in your journey, then it is also time to integrate that, because it's not necessary that you have to have non-vegan food. Because if you are not, vegan food, if you do not want to have, if you truly love to have non-vegan food and you are truly not interested in the taste of vegan food, go deeper in this aspect and work on that. The feminine energy has a block with the vegan food because somewhere deep down this connection goes back to Mother Earth Gaia. So in the 5D realm, the animals play together and the food habits are whatever you're consuming, whatever you're eating are always divine food. You're consuming it as an offering to God. You're consuming it as an offering to the source who's providing you that food. And this food that you are having every day, that food that you are consuming every day, it's time to really pray gratitude and bring in conscious awareness while eating as well, while having food, while having anything, while you're consuming anything. It's time to truly nurture yourself, love yourself. When you're buying anything, you're doing anything, it is time to really nurture yourself and bring in divine presence of God at each junction in your life. No matter what you are doing, no matter what decisions you are taking, no matter what you're doing at every point in your life, it is time to bring in that energy of God and presence of God in everything. And not to bring in that energy of God to lose who you truly are, but to become who you truly are in God. It is time to bring in the presence of God. It is time to bring in that presence of understanding and remembrance of who you are truly in God. And that is something that has to be nurtured about your give and take exchange and how you are leading your life It's completely time for a reshuffle, a reset, a beginning altogether. And you will be having support of your divine masculine in that process. But to inculcate that and to welcome that, to bring in the divinity in that process is of utmost importance at this point of time. And that is what is shuffling in at this point of time, where inculcating the holiness, the sacredness of this journey, the sacredness, the divinity of this whole realm, of this whole understanding of the holistic essence is now a necessity. And no matter what decision you're making, no matter what you're doing, no matter the tiny little thing you're doing, it's time to be conscious of each moment and feel that essence of gratitude, mesmerized by that essence of gratitude of each moment, not to take any moment for granted, but to live each moment in that essence of taking it for understanding that how blessed we are to have this very understanding, how blessed we are to live in each moment, how blessed we are to inculcate the joy of each moment, how blessed we are to be here now in this moment. And that is by the virtue of which bringing in the divinity, bringing in the connection, bringing in the essence, that feeling of godliness in each and every second, you are unifying more and more with your divine masculine energy. And this is for true twin flames who are at this point in that junction, that they are illuminated to be unified with their true twin flames. This reading is solely for twin flames. So again, the master energy has come with the concern and care for animals, and that is the flare or energy that is coming at this point of time very strongly. So whatever the energy is in this space, this is not only the energy with animals, this is the energy of your respect that connects to Divine Mother Earth Gaia, the connection of the aspect of Mother Earth Gaia, and having to have that connection and that unification, connecting to the universe as your children from the aspect of Mother Earth Gaia, and having that realization that everybody is children of Mother Earth Gaia, of God, of realizing that, of understanding that everybody is a child of God, everybody in this playground, in this realm of life are one, and to God everybody are one. And having that realization, having that understanding, just letting go of that attachment of exclusivity, that is also coming up at this point of time. So wherever you have that attachment of exclusivity, what is attachment of exclusivity? This is my wife, this is my husband, this is my twin flame. This is the connection of exclusivity. Beyond this connection of exclusivity, you are unified with the soul, you're unified in one consciousness. And when you are going through the process of spiritual awakening yourself, you go through a lot of upheavals, you go through a lot of change of phases, you go through a lot of shifts and ups and downs. And in the process of spiritual awakening, a lot of triggers come up to be healed, which we as a collective were healing. But at this point, the collective has healed past a lot of layers, and at this point, those who are on the other side, integrating the five-dimensional energy, are going to be feeling this energy at this point of time. And with this energy, coming into a state of integration, coming into a state of assimilation. It is time to see the connection of oneness with everything, and with everything as an extension of yourself, as your everyone, as your brothers and sisters, everyone as your children as your children, understanding that we are moving ahead to create a beautiful future for the children. You are choosing your twin flame union, you're choosing your commitment for creating a family. So finally, when you're ready for your twin flame union, that means you're ready for your marriage. You're ready for your holistic marriage on God, where you're choosing God to be the center of your reality. You're ready for your heroes, camels. You're ready for your divine unification in God, in a marriage. And when you are marrying your twin flame, it's your soul family that is getting married. Your soul family is coming to integration, unification, and when it is your soul family coming in togetherness, you're connecting to kindred spirits, you're coming into a state of unification with your kindred spirits, with your like-minded beings. It is time to see past the fear and understand the connection with the universe from a place of understanding the energy of unification. And it does take time to come to the state of understanding of unification, because you as a soul, with your soul's purpose, with your soul's guidance, why you are here, it's of a magnifying reason, of a magnifying nature. It's like a humongous thing to understand. It's like a big thing. It's like the biggest thing that can come your way to understand that you have a soul purpose. You're a soul, and it is your soul that has a purpose, and your body is but a vehicle that is integrating every layer to come into a state of oneness with your soul. And it is in the essence of your soul that you move past all the barriers to be in oneness with all that is. And when you are being in oneness with all that is, at one end, you're the child of God. And when you're the child of God, everybody is your brother and sister in the playground. At the other end, you are the mother God and father God. When you are choosing to unify your divine masculine, choosing to be in the consciousness where you are raising yourself to the frequency of being the mother God and father God energy, of embodying it in your sense of consciousness, where you are readying yourself to have a family, where you would be the mother, your twin would be the father to a family. So whether that is your purpose, whether that is your literal family you're birthing, it's about understanding that having children or having to give birth to something, you are giving birth together with somebody to come into a state of unification. When you're giving that birth together with somebody to come into a state of integration, you automatically reach that state in your heart where you understand that nurturing nature of a conscious parent, and that conscious parental understanding of being kind to your children, of being kind to everybody, being kind to others' children, being kind to children in general. When you understand that essence of connecting to children, connecting that kindness to others, having that kindness for others, when you reach in that true state of kindness, true state of understanding And true state of charity, not to get something, but to give it because you're giving it for a child. When you come into that state of understanding that there's no separation in God's eyes for his children, and the twin flame union is your union of your higher self with God. So, as God's wife, as a counterpart, as a goddess, by the virtue of fact you're a divine feminine, you're a goddess. So, God's counterpart is a goddess. So, as a goddess, understanding that nobody is separate, that everybody is a child of God, everybody is also your child, and understanding that everybody is a child, every animal, everybody is a child, everything, every plant and everything is a child. It is from that place of understanding, decide what do you want to consume, how do you want to lead your life, how do you want to treat others, how do you want to behave with others, how do you want to be behaved from others, how kind of behavior do you want from others, treat others how you want to be treated. And having that realization, having that understanding, having that complete state of integration and assimilation, we as divine feminines and masculines are completely being ready to understand the mission, understand the journey after a long period of healing, to take the journey on a serious way. And as the seriousness of the journey is seen, as the strength of the seriousness of the journey is seen, we are realizing that generations that are coming ahead, generations of children, we are supposed to nurture those children and create a world for those children from a place of true gratitude, from a place of true kindness, from a place of true maturity. And that maturity that it is required to create a better world for the children, to create a more beautiful understanding for everybody. We are coming to a state of complete understanding now of where but we are ready to forget, forgive and understand that aspect of children and connection with mother, father, God energy, and that separation that we've ever experienced from that energy, from that aspect, because of our own separation from Mother Earth energy. Those aspects are further being integrated at this point of time, which naturally needs to be getting to be integrated for your communication to happen. So as we integrate this understanding, as we see the beauty of this life, as we see past the barriers that separate you and your twin flame, as we see past the separations that separate you from anybody, wherever there is fear, wherever there is glitch with anybody, wherever there is a sense of threat, even with the third party or anybody, but seeing everybody but as a soul connection, as a vibration in the process of being but beings of light from the same source. We're not separated from anybody, but we are one. We're all brothers and sisters of light and love and truth. We're all one. And having to see that oneness and integration and going past all those barricades, we naturally align to a state of light, to a state of oneness with our best version of self. And it is in that best version, it is in that higher light of emotion, it is in that higher light of sensation that we feel oneness with our true sense of self And in that oneness, with our higher light, in our higher beings, in our higher form, we are serving God. And in that higher form, in that higher being, where we are serving God, in that higher realm of gratitude and oneness, in that higher realm of servitude, in that higher realm of salvation, in that higher realm of peace, where we are in oneness with all that is, in that state of oneness, in that state of absolute wholeness. We are but unifying in oneness, in a state of communication with our twins, where we do not even need the communication anymore, but we feel the sense of oneness, and that has served its purpose. And then the communication comes just like that. Prepare you forward in the journey. But it is about this integration now, it is about this assimilation now, it is about this understanding now. In this very now moment, when we are unifying with this aspect and integrating this aspect, and with this integration happening in every part of us, we're moving past all the barriers, we're moving past all the pain, and as we move past all the barriers and pain, what retains is a state of not being able to forgive yourself. But wherever you cannot forgive yourself because you just did not know. You had forgotten, or you did not even know this state of consciousness, because it is being revealed right now. So wherever it is hard for you to forgive yourself, love yourself, nurture yourself, let go of any barrier and barricade. And as you let go of any barrier and barricade, you find complete oneness with all that is. And with that being said, let's see where are the energies now. So the space of loneliness, abandonment wounds, that is. So the state that is dilapidated, the state that is of loneliness, that where you are feeling really loved, that where you are feeling really not chosen, really kind of alone. In that state of aloneness, wherever there is an experience of separation that you are experiencing inside, the twin flame separation energy, this is this energy that is now being pointed towards for the collective. That is the feeling that is flowing in the current flow. So this energy that you are sensing at this point of time, in that energy, in this state of dilapidation, and in this state of kind of feeling lonely, this is the place where, in that state of isolation, in that state of feeling the role of subjugation, in that state of feeling kind of ostracized, in that state of feeling kind of subjugated by the understanding and virtues of society or religion has said, or in any way where you have not felt wanted, where anyway you've not just felt like you fit in, anyway you just did not like being here, anyway you did not like and appreciate this universe, anyway you did not like this physical reality. Wherever that likeness for the physical reality was not there, those parts are being integrated at this point of time, and those parts being integrated at this point of time, we are moving past the barriers of anxiousness, where having to live in separation, having to live in isolation. And this also has the 1-1 portal. If you can see, this card has the 1-1 portal too, I just saw. So we can say this is how the 1-1 portal looks like. And it's beautiful though. So it's like that gate where we are scared and we are waiting for that gate to open. And this is the gate we finally move past. And we do not know what's on the other side. We are wandering from here, like, what's there? I'm not going to go. And we're like loitering here, I guess. This is the playground we're loitering in. And now we're finally moving past this and like, okay, let's go. And the path to heaven is narrow. So we are moving to that path. And as you move into that path, beyond the cycles, beyond the moon cycles of 6,000 years that has been affecting you, 27,000 years, lakh years, millions of years that it has been affecting you. It's beyond this energy, it is beyond those essence. As a humble servant of God, we are now entering the gates, and wherever there is an anxiousness, wherever there is some kind of triggers, wherever there is some kind of anxious, any feeling coming in your way, in those anxious triggers and in those anxious feelings that are coming in your way, those triggers are moving past, and these are the falcons, these are the phoenix of energy. They are moving past here and there to upsurge the energy, to push you through the barricades, to finally come into the state of realization, come into the state of harmony, come into the state of oneness, come into the state of assimilation, come into the state of integration, come into the state of oneness, to understand that you are here now. It's happening here and now. Life is happening in this very present. And this very presence, in this very present moment, the energy with your union, the energy with your twin flame is integrating beyond the fear, beyond the anxiousness, beyond the realms of whether you've seen your twin flame or met your twin flame. Your connection with your twin flame is completely integrating for you to be able to completely let go of your twin flame from within, from any idea of the three-dimensional reality that you've held. And as that energy is completely being released and let go of, you should be feeling a sense of complete state of lightness filling up your whole embodiment. And in this state of lightness, as you let go of all the barriers, as you let go of all the hindrances, all things that are heavy, all things that you were holding on to, all things that you were holding on to because of the burden that you were holding on to, you realize it is not yours to hold, but it is of God, and we are letting it go and completely beyond all the barricades, beyond all the roles that we've played, we're letting past the barriers, and as we let pass go of the barriers, we're now entering a new vortex. Let's find out what it is. This is my favorite game. I can do this 24/7. It's wherever we were sacrificing ourselves, wherever there has been sacrificial energy in us for Christ, and wherever we are choosing something for power or not complete understanding of why we are choosing it. We're doing something out of confusion, but we're not too sure of why we are doing it. All those confusion layers, all those trigger layers are going away right now. All those layers, all those sensations, all those triggers that have held you back in the journey are going to just literally move past now. And those held back hunches, those held back triggers of doing something out of confusion, doing something out of some other agenda are going to now just fall away from this energy dimensional frequency now. And that's what is happening right here, right now, in this very moment, with this integration happening right here, right now, this moment. We are moving past furthermore barriers now, and having to move past this furthermore barriers as we love the energy stored in these light codes. As we completely love this energy, the light codes that is flashing for you would be this love, light, and truth, and everything is happening here and now, and you can relax more and let go. So wherever there can be more relaxation and letting go energy that is assimilating and integrating in your frequency, as you integrate that and assimilate that and let go and relax more in this relaxation. My profession is quantum integration therapist, specialized in work intelligence expansion here, there, everywhere. I mean, I was just wondering, what do I call it on a soul level? I think just integration. So we have experienced victory now about everything in our journey at this point. A complete victorious win-win situation of clarity is being presented to the collective at this point of time. And with this presentation, there is a complete state of strength that the heart chakra is integrating in, a complete sense of trust, a complete sense of understanding, a complete sense of support the heart chakra is experiencing at this point of time. With the complete state of understanding, there's a complete impressing sensation happening inside your heart, which is experience. And this is the complete divine unification without any impure motives, of any triggers, of any thoughts that beings of light don't have. And as those integrations are happening on a real level, with those integration, a lot of parts that were here and there are oozing apart, and with that oozed apart energy, and the obvious, that is, the union is happening, and a lot of energies that are not in the divine are moving apart, and those light codes are cracking, and all those fears that you had, that this is not going to happen in new earth, right, that is not going to happen in new earth, right, it's all love and light, right, those anxiousness triggers, light codes are breaking now. And like, oh my god, life is going to get this exciting, that vibration is now coming in. So now the light code vibration that is here, I love doing this like 24 into 7. This is what keeps me most busy in my entire life. So if you're wondering what am I doing and I am away from even my phone to reply, that is because this is what I'm doing. So wherever there is any energy inside of you, where any light code is present, where there is fear or any trigger that is still triggering you, still holding you back, as we break past those triggers, as we break past those wounds, as we break past those barricades of lights that is still holding us back, we are breaking through all the resistances and barriers in Christ now. And let's see what portal got activated right now. Loosen your grip. So completely the collective is loosening the grip and worry, and getting into an energy of community, getting into a connection from isolation to a connection with the parallel reality, literally, and with this literal energy happening, activated earth. So trust where you're being led. So there is a beautiful new earth activation that has successfully happened. There's a massive perspective change, at least for those who are watching that this. You're extremely blessed. So because you get this and you're not getting triggered by these, because it's happening exactly here and now. So you really attuned. It's lifting of the veil, the truth is coming out, and it's how it's happening here and now. So having to question everything, the big picture thinking of breaking in the barriers, of surrendering beyond the extremes to now finally choose the divine sacred union in God, and to enter the new portal of energy where the union has been, where the union is, and seeing the vibration of new earth finally, and seeing the beautiful realm of light, love, and truth. At the portal you're entering now, and portal you're breathing in now, the portal you're bathing in now, and the portal you're becoming now, inside and outside. And in this portal that you're becoming now and breathing in now, in this essence of all that is, you're breaking past all the barriers to be here now with love of your life, with your twin flame, and beyond all the barriers, everything that does not serve is flickering here and there, and you are unifying to a state of complete oneness beyond all the barriers, beyond all the barricade, call it the harmonized unification, beyond all the tests, beyond all the triggers, beyond all that is for the highest good, all that is in God. You're moving past all the tests, all the triggers, for everything to happen in God. Beyond the test, now you're moving into a state of wholeness to now experience the juice of the fruit that we had seeded months back in November, October. Or pulsing. So there is a huge rise in frequency for the collective right now, so we should be experiencing that as well. Star family, you're calling in support for your soul family. You're remembering your soul plan, and you're finally getting into a journey of your true fated destiny, of completely coming into a state of unification, of completely being able to call in your divine harmonious union with your true soul family, with your true connections, of building a true connection with beings of light, and not questioning but just flowing past all the barricades to now call it divine eternal harmony. You should just trust the timing and trust the wave that you are flowing in. And wherever anyone here has a hard time to recognize your twin flame, close your eyes and flow in that essence of infinity from the core of your heart, as you flow in that essence of infinity, in that infinite realm of possibilities. It is your twin flame you meet, that you live inside and out, and everywhere else what projects and reflects your fears are not your twin flame. And having to let go of all the barriers that separates you from understanding the true harmonic presence of unity in God, in oneness. You're now moving past all the barricades to call in your true soul unification with your true soul family. And now you're rising past all the barricades to call in unity. And this is the time now when the true unification of collective harmony is happening here and now in this very moment. And anything that does not serve us is completely falling apart from our energy frequencies. And everything that is not of the light is integrating, reveal its highest version, breaking past every barrier that no longer support us. And now we are calling in divine light of God, divine light of oneness, divine light of truth, beyond all the barricades towards eternity. So let's see the energy now. Cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. So your cosmic heart activation is completely happening, and we are radiating in true awareness and understanding now to but call in the absolute harmonic amplitude of vibration where you are truly one with this energy in the state of unification within. And in that state of unification within, beyond all the barriers, beyond all the barricades, you're becoming one with all that is. And in this state of oneness, in that state of love anybody here watching the video and yearning for your twin flame, this message is for you. A new earth, it's happening. Keep holding your vision. So in that realm of possibility where everything is possible, you're now moving ahead for your mission towards new earth where everything is possible. You live in a life of harmony with those who your soul truly blooms with. And you're letting go of all those lovers, of all those people who you met in your journey, who you met for a purpose. You're thanking them and you're sending them love and you're letting them go to move towards their path. And it is in everybody's divine soul design. Everybody has a purpose, everybody has a calling, everybody has a particular soul path. And it is in this way you have chosen your soul path. So letting go of all the connections. You're now moving past all the barricades, and wherever but there is pain, wherever there is fear, that is but for your yearning. In this state of yearning, you completely now let go of the idea of who your twin completely is. And this is where you're completely letting loose or loosen your grip basically, and letting go of your twin flame twin flame completely. You're letting go of your divine masculine here to call in the version of your divine masculine who's ready for your for the harmonious union now, here and now, and for communication. And as you're calling this energy in, as you're calling in the energy of communication, you shall now be communicating with the version of your masculine who's here and now in this moment. And this for your highest good and highest blessing. This magic shall propel forward in your life. And anything that is out of anxiousness, out of fear, just forgotten. Trust this source, this magic of the light. As we love that aspect, all the fear, all the impatience, all the anxiousness is released now. And now a new portal opens of, let's see, cracked open, surrender to the alchemy of life. So the new portal has opened, and now we are ready for integrating in this oneness of fluidity of life, being one with the fluid love light energy of this flowing in the state of oneness. We're now going to be flowing in the state of joy and absolute serendipity, and having the gratitude and feeling good to just be here each moment, and feeling the gratitude and exuberance flickering from the core of our space. And as that flickering reverberation happens, everything that is not in our frequency just vibrates away, and now our heart is vibing and vibrating in the true essence of who we are, unapologetically trusting the process. Thank you, and love and light to you. Do like, share, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to press the bell icon to never miss an update again. Thank you, and love and light to you. Namaste.